All right, I love it when I have a lot of boxes sitting up here. That means I got a lot of work to do, and that's a good thing because you get to see a lot of shoes you probably aren't going to see on other stations. Now, this is an interesting sneaker. Why? If I bust open the top here and I show you the drawing, which I'm going to show you in the close-up just to make sure I get that to you, you're going to see that it's a fusion of two different styles. Now, in the past, with sneaker culture, fusions never really landed very well. People weren't fond of them, even though some of the fusions were actually kind of cool. When you had an Air Force One and a Jordan, they looked okay. They weren't terrible. But this is the Jordan Comfort Era, so a CMFT Era. It's based on the Air Jordan 1, which you see behind me over here to the side, and the Air Jordan 6, which is over there on the other wall. But I can show you exactly which parts on the drawing when we get up close. But let me give you the color of it again, the Jordan Comfort Era. It's $120. It's $120. I need to make sure that it might be $125. But it's an interesting shoe because I think you can skate it. The tongue isn't as padded as some other shoes. As a matter of fact, I have one shoe over here in particular because I think we're in a phase. If we're talking about Jordan brand and the fact that the Air Jordan 1 is so saturated now and it's everywhere, what we also have to talk about is how is Jordan brand keeping itself safe? And you probably remember this shoe. I did a video of this shoe probably about a month and a half ago. It is the Air Jordan Flight Court, the Jordan Flight Court, and it's based on the 2, 3, 4, 5, right? The 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me make sure I'm not wrong there, just to make sure yep, the 2, 3, 4, and the 5. And I talked about this being probably one of those fantastic models that are perfect for your OG. I haven't said it yet, but I'm kind of leaning that way with this shoe as well, except it's not as clean as the Flight Court. And remember, the Flight Court is only $105. It went up $5. It's only $105. This shoe is $20 more, right? So it went $21.25. But the Comfort Era is intriguing because it's much lighter. The outsole is lighter. So if I said which one of these weighs more, it's definitely this one. The difference isn't that noticeable. This is a 10.5, this is an 11, so this 10.5 is smaller and it weighs more. But the interesting thing that Nike is doing with the Jordan 1 beginning to lose ground, they've introduced a lot of shoes that cross age demographics. They cross age demographics. Like this Flight Court, I've said it once, I'll say it again. It is definitely and OG approved. No bail there because I'm not talking about the Flight Court. I'm talking about the Comfort Era. Is it and OG approved? Almost there. Almost there. But I think younger people are going to wear this because it is sturdy. This almost feels like a ballistic mesh. This is a more breathable mesh that's on the side. When I get to the close-up, you'll see it. The upper is all suede. It's super flexible, right? So you get this outsole, it twists and moves. There's no like TPU shank here. And when you go to the bottom of it, you can clearly see the Jordan 6 influence. So, I mean, you can see it pretty clearly. I almost wanted to say you could see a little bit of the Jordan 7 in it. But you obviously see the Jordan 1 toe box, the tongue. But on the side here is where you get a lot of those details from the Jordan 6, even on the medial side. But you got to see that in the close-up. So once again, the Jordan Comfort Era, this color is black Starfish-Sail, the shattered backboard series of shoes that Nike has created. The style code is HJ6777-018. And it's interesting. You got to see the close-up of it because the little details. I like the Jordan that's kind of debossed into the rubber outsole here. I like the outsole itself, the bottom of the shoe. And I meant to say midsole when I talked about this little Jordan. I like the bottom of it because it does look like the 6. You got a lot of little details here. I think it translates. I'm almost giving it the OG 100% approved status, but not quite, because there are some things here that I think make it an excellent option for skate. But let's get to the close-up so you can see those details. Like there's a layer that's kind of vacuum sealed around the toe box here to give it a lot of rigidity, and it's really like sturdy here at the front. Your toe's not going to pop through this thing. So I really think Nike's playing with the idea of skate with this shoe. And even parkour, if this was really sticky, you got to stick with parkour with the Olos and stuff like that. Not this shoe. Not this shoe. Definitely not this shoe. But it is a really cool little shoe. Let's wrap it up. That was a lot of talking. Let's get to that close-up. Now that Comfort Era, when you look at it, now I need to flip so I can show you pictures in here. So there's a 6, right? We got the ones over here on the wall. But this Comfort Era is supposed to be a blend of both shoes, right? You can see it here on the side. On the medial side, you can definitely see it there. But I really like that Jordan that's embossed into the midsole. And I do like this aspect of it, which is very similar to the 6. Almost a 7 too, though. There's a little bit of that 7 in it. Now, they didn't give us a Nike Air because these don't have air. They are extremely soft, though, and lightweight. But the outsole is where you do get a lot of the influence from the 6. Those dots, you can see it. It's pretty clear that they did a fusion of the 1 and the 6. Now, the question is, would you wear it? I'm giving it tentatively the OG Unk stamp of approval. It gets it. But when I say this could be used for skating, here are these transfers or these overlays that I'm talking about. You see it, that change in color right there at the toe? That's fused. And it's also fused here at the side. And then it has a more breathable mesh here and here. And it's padded on the inside. I like this absence of air. And that line that goes across, I think that's cool looking. And that embroidery is really nice. But just to make sure, because I don't want to forget about it, on the inside of the lid, right? You see it? You can see this kind of character hand that shows you the design elements from the Jordan 1, Jordan 6, right? And that's kind of cool. You got to respect that, man, that they were saying, hey, you may not know these things, but this is what you're getting when you get the Comfort Era. But more importantly, you also get comfort. They are soft, really soft. So you can't go wrong with it. They are definitely OG Unk approved. I would say, that it's tentative, but they are definitely, in fact, 100% OG Unk approved. Get your pops a pair, he'll appreciate it. Not this color, though. Not this color. Not this starfish kind of shattered backboard color. Get him a different color. He'll appreciate you. See you guys on the next one. Peace.